we've always been a small, close-knit community, and it's important that we manage change and manage growth so we can hold that feel, really.
Do you think people understand all the choices that are available, or is there some confusion about what's next?
I think people sometimes don't have the time to understand all the choices, so they understand the immediate signs that are put out in front of them, but they don't understand what leads to the decisions that are being made and what ramifications are attached to them.
Do you think it's too late for Cromwell to take a pause and think about the exact shape of the future that it wants?
No, I thought that we had done that with the master plan. We're investing a substantial amount of money into this plan, and I believe that is the pause, and that I hope that the community would buy into the plan and it would give some direction for people wanting to come through and put their footprint in Cromwell would be led by this plan.
And you've got doubts about that?
No, I just would like to see some decisions being put on hold until that plan's released, so it can be used as a textbook, that it's a living document. That in that plan I would hope to see triggers. So when a population hits a certain amount, it triggers certain questions. Is the school appropriate? Is it in the right place? Or when we look at where subdivisions are, how many sections are on the market, how many houses are on the market, is it appropriate to sign off on a new subdivision yet, or where the location of that is, until a trigger has been met.
In Queenstown, it feels like the growth that we're seeing there is not really under anybody's control. Mm-hmm. And there are parts of Queenstown now that look like, the Midwest of the United States. Wanaka, on the other hand, has sort of said, like you were saying for Cromwell, it's taking a pause. Is there a risk that Cromwell goes like Queenstown, that things grow too fast?
I guess there is a risk, but I would hope not. If we have a look at what is already in place, if we hold true to our greenways, if we hold true to our parks and reserves, if we hold true to what has created Cromwell, then we'll be okay moving forward. If we lose those and encroach on those greenways, allow people to buy the 30-metre margins or whatever, those deals are broken, then we will lose our identity. I think the centre of Cromwell will stay the same, but who knows what the outskirts would be.
Do you think there's a risk that this subdivision proposed under the plan change might be a good thing, but it gets swept up in this where are we going discussion?
Absolutely. So is there a need for 800 sections? There could well be. I haven't seen any research to say that there isn't a need for it, and if we look at what's happening, there is. But we have a lot of sections or a lot of developments about to come on the market, so is it timely, is my question.
There's a feeling that developers can either follow or lead in terms of development. Do you have a view on which it should be? Should the community be in control or the developer? Sounds like a loaded question, but it's
not. That's a tough question, because the developer has to put the options forward of what they want to do,
and the cash,
and then the community should be then being able to have an input. How is that formed? I don't know. How do we get it out for the whole of the community to read it, understand it, and make an informed decision and submit on it? I don't know the answer to that, and if I did, it would be magic. So,
or time, you've already said it, a pause. In Queenstown and Wanaka, there's also this issue of one council trying to be fair and reasonable to two different communities. Do you think the same situation exists between Alex and Cromwell, in that you're developing in slightly different ways and the council has to somehow be different things to different people?
Yeah, I believe they do. However, we are, big brother to each other, whatever way you look at it. I think you will see that Alexandra will become a suburb of Cromwell, or Cromwell will be a suburb of Alexandra. Whatever way, what side of the dam you live on is how you see that. And I think they need to be mindful of that, because there is a merging. There's always been the stories that Wanaka should drop out of QLDC and come under the CODC and all of these scenarios, but we need to be true to what we are.
So you're confident, Glenn, that conversation that you're encouraging can have a positive outcome, that people eventually can make a decision on the shape of their future?
Absolutely, yeah. We just need to make sure that we stop, take a breath, buy into the master plan, buy into what people are trying to achieve, and then take the time to, or create the time to sit, read and submit.
But in the meantime, no big decisions?
Correct.